Sometimes we do need defense.
Come on, play along for a happy holidays mind game.
I could almost count the minutes before my mother got on my nerves. She knew what would push my buttons and she could do it every time. So I had to devise my own mind game to protect myself from her onslaught of negativity. This is the mind game I tried, and I want you to play this game with me if you don't mind. So close your eyes for just a second and just pretend that you are in a tube, any kind of tube. It's big enough for you, it's comfortable for you. Arrange the inside of that tube in any way that you really like. Use the colors you like, use the furniture you like, have everything there that you like. Inside of that tube, that is your personal place of refuge. On the outside of your tube, have it covered with mirrors, mirrors that reflect out. So if anybody walks up to your tube, they're looking into a mirror. Anything they say to you is going to bounce off that mirror and go right back to them where it belongs. Surround yourself with those mirrors so that anything that they're doing, looking, or saying goes into their reflection and bounces right back to them where it belongs and doesn't penetrate your tube at all. When you're comfortable with that idea, come on back and share with me. Helene, do you mind playing?
Oh, thank you.
What did you think about that?
Well, I just had an MRI, so I was picturing I was in the MRI tube.
Okay, so you were in the MRI tube, and how was that?
Well, then you said make it any color you like, so I made it purple. And I actually put mirrors on the inside of the tube before you said to put it on the outside, so I put it on the outside of the tube and the inside of the tube. And then I thought, well, they're gonna get, nothing's gonna bother me. It's all gonna be reflected back to them.
How cool is that? And Helene just shared another use for that technique. If you ever have to have an MRI, close your eyes and make the inside of that tube anything you want it to be. Colorize it so that you can be comfortable there. Imagine that you're on the most comfortable, maybe you're on floating on water, maybe you're doing anything else. You know what? When you start focusing, Helene, thank you for that input, because when in an MRI tube, when one starts focusing on the fun that they're having, the comfortability that they're creating, putting in all of their favorite stuff, you know what you do? You negatively hallucinate those loud noises and all of that other stuff because you're playing a mind game that you love.
Can
Why?
I add one more thing?
Yes.
When you were talking before about that, the negative hallucination, so I had an itch and you're not allowed to move. And I know too, I said, okay, think about your toe. Think about your toe. Your toe's not itching. You think about your toe. And then I didn't feel the itch. And I went back to check if it was still there and I felt the itch again. It's okay, think about your elbow, and then I was able to not worry about the itch. That was
How
good.
about that? Another beautiful example of the use of the knowledge that you get from the color game. Just switch your attention, creating a mind game that's better than reality. We all created the reality that we're living in anyway. So why not just adapt your mind games to anything that feels better for you?
For more hypnotic mind games, subscribe, follow, and go to KarenHand.com.